Hi everyone, welcome to English Digest.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Angeline. Today we're going to be talking about restaurants, okay? What factors do you guys consider before deciding on a restaurant to dine at? Of course, cuisine matters, right? But let's pretend there are 4 Japanese restaurants on the same street. You've never been to any of them before. Which one would you choose to eat at, and how did you come to that decision?
I think what's on the menu is very important. If it's Japanese restaurant, but it sells both sushi and pizza, that would get me confused and maybe not giving it a try.
Oh, that's a very good point, yeah.
I would also check Google Map for reviews, how many stars this restaurant gets.
Okay, but what if all of the restaurants got the same reviews on Google?
Yeah, on Google, I will probably check the appearance of the restaurant.
Okay,
If it's clean, if it's fresh, or I don't mind it's old. But it has to be clean.
Right. Okay. For me, I think cleanliness and the ambience, which is the environment, right, is something I consider.
Yeah.
Another thing I look for is how crowded the restaurant is, okay?
Yes.
So if I'm in a foreign country, say Japan, I'll see if any of the local people are eating there, okay? Or if it's just tourists.
Yes, that's a very good point. Sometimes when it's only tourists, the food is expensive and not so good.
Yeah, it's like, they cater to tourists. They're trying to trick the tourists into eating their food. Well, we will write about a graph in our writing exercise today, okay? This graph is based on a questionnaire about AMC restaurant. Let's take a look at our writing prompt.
好的，今天呢，我们要来看一下图表写作了。今天要写一篇关于这个餐厅用餐经验的一份问卷。到一家餐厅用餐时呢，你最在意餐厅的服务、环境卫生，还是食物好不好吃？本图表呢是 AMC 餐厅的问卷，请仔细观察呢此图表，写出一篇120字以上且符合图表内容的文章。文分2段，第一段呢描述图表所传达的讯息和资料，第二段说明自己去餐厅用餐时最在意的是什么。
Okay, so according to the instructions for this writing exercise, we have to analyze the graph and write an article in response to the graph. Okay, the article should have a minimum of 120 words and be separated into 2 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you will describe the graph, and in the second paragraph, you will talk about what you look for in a restaurant experience, okay? So we talked earlier about what factors we consider when we choose a restaurant to dine at, but what things make you return to a restaurant, okay? For me, price and quality matter.
Yes.
Okay? I believe in Taiwan, you guys refer to that as CP value, right? Which stands for cost performance ratio or price performance ratio. It refers to a product's ability to deliver performance for its price.
没错，刚刚呢我们讨论过什么样的状况会让你想要尝试这家餐厅，但又是什么理由让你想要再回来吃呢？刚刚Angeline讲的呢，就是我们很常讲的 CP 值了，这个 cost performance ratio， 也就是呢你提供的服务和所 charge 的费用的比例是否让人觉得合理了。
Yeah, so what approach might we want to take with this essay? Well, a graph presents us with valuable data, right? What we need to do is take this graph and put it into words. But of course, we don't want it to be too wordy, right? Because a graph is supposed to kind of condense all the information that we need, right? So we don't want to take the graph and then write like 5 pages about this graph. We can do this by describing exactly what you see and then interpreting the data that you see. So that's what we need to write in the first paragraph. In the second paragraph, you'll add your 2 cents, which means you'll add your thoughts, your opinions, okay? That means you'll give your opinion based on the results of the questionnaire. Out of these 3 categories, service, cleanliness, and food quality, which one matters the most to you?
好了，所以呢，今天这篇作文呢，就是一篇图表写作了。图表写作在文章里面所需要呈现的呢，当然就是我们看到这个图表上面的这些统计数字啦、事实，还有这个数据分布的情形以及调查说明等等。那呢，常见的写作步骤在这边提示一下了。首先，第一步呢，我们一定要先分析图表，看一下这个图表。注意到呢，我们需要的是确实来描述图表上所传递的讯息，像是呢，我们今天的图表就是一份针对这个 AMC 餐厅用餐体验的问卷，问卷调查总共收到几分啦，平均获得几分等等。OK， 这些讯息呢是我们在分析图表的时候要看到的咯。再来呢，我们就要讲解的是这个图表的内容了。我们呢可以依序解释这个图表上的每个项目，比方说餐点满意度得分多少啊，环境整洁是得分最低的项目等等，可以做一些比较，做一些 些描述。那最后呢，记得根据我们刚刚分析的图表内容来讨论你自己的看法，或是你的推论，或是你可以讲一些你知道的实际案例，你的经验来呼应这个主题哦，讲一下说这个我们3个选项里面哪一个东西对你来说是最重要的。
So the first paragraph of our essay will focus on the graph, okay? So the first thing we should do is study the graph carefully. So we need to take note of important information and remember to mention key points like which categories were included in the questionnaire: food quality, service, cleanliness. Okay, which category AMC scored the highest and lowest in? And other interesting observations. Though the restaurant was rated poorly on cleanliness, the restaurant still received an overall rating of 4 out of 5 stars. What this could mean is that, on average, people care more about food quality and service than cleanliness.
好的，所以呢，依照我们的这个提示说明了，第一段呢要完整描述出图表的内容。在这边呢，我们需要清楚的理解到这个图表的主题是什么，图表中的统计数字和符号这些代表了什么，其中呢，我们有没有哪一项最突出，哪一项表现最差哦？这个就跟我们的图片写作一样，其实呢，就是把你在这个图表上看到的所有细节都写出来了，让读者呢没有看到图，也可以知道呢你讲的是什么，也可以知道这个 AMC 餐厅的这个问卷表现是怎么样。
Okay, so that's our first paragraph, okay? So we're going to focus on the graph in our first paragraph. Now, in our second paragraph, you're going to write about what is most important to you when dining at a restaurant, and then you're going to give reasons, okay? You might want to include a past experience to help support your statements. You can also compare your views with the results of the graph. For me, I was definitely surprised that although the restaurant scored poorly on cleanliness, people still gave it a 4-star rating.
Yeah, maybe the food is really, really good.
Oh, yeah, but maybe it also can make you very sick.
好的，所以呢，在第二段里面呢，我们则是要把这个自己的故事、自己的想法融入到这个写作当中了，说明自己用餐的时候最在意的是什么。你呢可以讲一讲你过去的经验来支持你的论点，比方说呢，有一次吃饭呢，看到这个米奇吓死了，以后再也不敢去等等哦，所以你觉得环境卫生对你来说是最重要的。那呢，你也可以说说看 AMC 餐厅的状况，看过这份问卷之后，你会不会想要来啊？会或不会？然后呢，再带回到你的经验，为什么做了这样的决定等等的，都可以在第二段里面来做描述。
That's right. You could pretty much, say whether or not you would go to the AMC restaurant based on the results of this questionnaire, okay? If I only saw the 4-star rating and not the graph, so you only can see 4 stars, right?
Yes.
Like just like on Google, 4 out of 5 stars. I would definitely go to this restaurant. What about you, Sam?
4-star rating is not too bad. I would definitely give it a try. Yeah, but with the graph, like you said, the cleanliness only scores about 2 out of 5. Yeah, which I think is really bad. And if it's in Taiwan, I would try it. Maybe in winter. Yeah. At least the products would not go bad as easily as in summer.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. Okay. When we talk about cleanliness, we're not just talking about the environment of the restaurant. Do they wash their hands after go to the bathroom, or do they clean the tabletops, and do they separate raw meats and cooked food? It's also about food handling. We're talking about how do the people handle the food, okay? Are they wearing masks? I think that's very important, And do the chefs have, are they wearing hair nets so that
to rub their hair.
Exactly. Like one time I had fried rice.
Yeah,
I think it was on, I don't know what road that is, but we had fried rice, and the chef was cooking outside, and he was wearing like a sleeveless top.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't wearing a t-shirt or shirt. He was wearing a sleeveless top. And it was like frying the fried rice. And then when I had my fried rice, I found a piece of hair.
Oh, no.
But it's not the typical hair that you find on your head, okay? So you guys can probably imagine where the hair came from, since he was wearing a sleeveless shirt. This is very important for me, I think. Whether or not a restaurant, food safety is very important to me,
Yeah.
And I think in Taiwan, there are food safety inspectors that come and check restaurants.
But food stand, or when you are in the night market, it could be hard to get inspected.
That's true, yeah. Oh, okay. Anyways, going back to our second paragraph, okay? Just a friendly reminder, since you're giving your opinion in this paragraph, remember to use the first person.
Yes.
Okay.
好，记得了，我们在这个文章里面，尤其是第二段落里面呢，当你是在讲你自己的意见、你自己的经验、你自己的想法的时候，通常呢，我们是使用第一人称来做这个描述咯。
Okay, so before we do anything else with our essay right now, we're going to do some brainstorming, okay? So let's take some time now to brainstorm some ideas for our essay. Okay, you can use a web like the one in the magazine, okay? In the center, write the topic, so restaurant questionnaire. Then write down whatever words come to mind when you think of restaurant questionnaires.
OK， 知道了这个我们文章的架构怎么样，知道怎么写了以后呢，在我们真的开始写作之前呢，记得可以先脑力激荡一下。这边呢提供一个简单的方法给你了，你呢可以把这篇文章的中心思想写在中间，在这个中心思想之外呢，写上任何你觉得有连结的东西。比方说我们今天的主题就是这份餐厅问卷 ，OK， 我们把餐厅问卷写在中间。那呢，你可能想到的是，比方说这个餐厅干不干净啊，服务好不好，东西好不好吃，它每一个项目得到几分等等。那呢，我可能想到另外的，比方说呢，我去吃饭的时候，这个服务生超凶，但是呢，这家店的萝卜糕超好吃，等等，我有过这样的经验了。在这个阶段里面呢，你可以把任何你想到的东西，你的经验，或是你从图表上看到的东西都写下来。那我们后续呢，再来去无存菁，决定哪一些这个主意呢是好的，可以留在文章里面。我们后面呢再来进行这个大纲。
So we brainstorm to get our brain juices flowing, okay? So you don't need to focus on grammar or spelling. Just keep writing. Write whatever comes to your mind. And don't stop writing for the entire minute when we say let's brainstorm for a minute, okay? Okay, now let's take a look at our outline, okay? Now that we have established a basic approach to how we want to write this article, it's time to create an outline to put these ideas together, okay? So in the outline, we'll categorize the main points we want to mention and organize our sentences into paragraphs. Let's take a look at the outline for writing sample 1. It says, this graph shows the result of a questionnaire of 250 participants. It asked customers to rate AMC restaurant based on 3 factors, okay? Customers rated service at 70, cleanliness at 30, and food quality at 80. The restaurant received an overall score of 4 stars.
OK， 好，如同呢刚刚我们讲过了，我们的第一段落呢就在描述我们图表的内容。那这边先提醒大家了，这个在写作之前呢，记得我们一定要先有一个大纲了，因为呢这个当你一开头就开始写，写完之后回头看才发现说，第一段落东西太多，第二段落东西太少，这时候再来调整就很花时间，很花精力。所以记得呢，在写作之前呢，我们可以先拟定一下大纲。那在这边呢，我们就用 Writing Sample 1来做一个例子了。那第一个段落呢，就是如同提示所要求的，我们就在描述我们图表里面的内容。那在这个大纲里面，大家可以注意到几点了。首先，他说呢，开头就先说了，这个图表呢，可以看到这个我们问卷的结果了，总共呢是有250个这个参加者来这个参加这个问卷调查。那这个问卷呢，就问了顾客了，来为这个 AMC 餐厅评分 ，based on 3 factors， 用这3个项目来评分，分别就是服务这个是否环境干净，以及它的食物的品质。那在这边接下来呢，这个作者就讲了一下，在这3个项目呢，分别获得了几分。OK， 那最后呢，他就讲到说 ，overall 整体来说呢，这个平均来说，这个餐厅呢获得了5颗星里面获得了4颗星。那注意到呢，在描述图表当你不管是描述图片、描述图表，最重要的就是要把里面的细节呢都要讲到。所以呢，作者在这边呢就把这个包含像是说每一个项目得到几分啦，他总共有多少人参加这个问卷，有分哪一些项目等等，这些细节呢，在我们的第一个段落里面都带到了。
And for paragraph 2, the topic sentence is, I thought about which factor matters the most to me. And then the writer adds supporting statements, okay? So I care the most about food quality. If the food is bad, I won't return to the restaurant. I've eaten some great food from places that looked dirty.
OK， 好，所以呢，第二段落破题了，他就说呢 I thought about which factors matters the most to me. OK， 我思考了呢这几点哪一点对我来说最重要哦。他呢就开始讲自己的想法、自己的感受跟他的经验了。所以呢，他这边就写了3点呢来这个support 来支持他的这个论述了。他马上呢就讲说，他最在意的是这个食物的品质。假如说呢食物很差呢，他就再也不会来吃这家餐厅。那呢，他就讲说呢，他曾经有过怎么样呢，在这个看起来有一点脏脏的这个地方呢，吃过非常非常好的东西，所以呢，这个环境卫生虽然说在这个 AMC 的问卷里面只得到了3分，但是呢，他不会害怕他还是愿意来给他尝试看，因为他曾经有过这样的经验。
Okay, and finally the conclusion. Wonderful food is what makes me want to go back to a restaurant.Okay, so an outline will help you decide if you need to add more information or cut any information out. It also helps to keep your writing to the point. So once you have your outline down, you're pretty much halfway done your essay. All that's missing is some examples or supporting statements and transitions. Okay, so for me, I don't know how I feel about, eating at a place that looks dirty. I mean, looks dirty. What if it's not dirty? It just looks dirty, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, well, let's say, for example, you had one of the best soup dumplings at this restaurant.
Yeah.
Amazing soup dumplings,
Yes.
Okay? And as you were walking out of the restaurant, you see this mouse or a few mice crawl right straight into the kitchen. Would you go back?
I would probably still give it a try.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
So you already ate the food, okay? And this is happening after.
After?
So, yeah. So what I mean is like, would you go back, I guess? One of the best dumplings you've ever had in your whole life.
We will see. We will have to observe.
Okay,
Yeah.
see what happens after, the next day if you spend a lot of time in the bathroom or anything. Okay, let's say everything checks out. You're okay. The next day, you didn't have any upset stomach. You were kind of...
I will still go back.
You would?
If the food is really good. I think it really depends because for me, like mouse or mice, it doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
What bothers me the most is cockroaches.
Okay,
Yeah,
cockroaches.
if I see like even small, like really tiny ones on table, it's like unacceptable for me.
Unacceptable? Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it really depends. For me, mice is okay.
Mice is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the opposite. I mean, I don't like cockroaches either.
Yeah.
But mice is definitely something I would probably go out screaming. Yeah, they're just nasty to me. I think it's a very interesting point to think about, because it's true, a lot of places that serve good food, especially in Taiwan and in places like Thailand and Vietnam, a lot of the street food is like good food, right?
Yes.
Very authentic, very local, very just like probably has the best like homemade kind of taste.
Yes.
And yet they're not exactly the cleanest places to eat at. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break before we take a look at our writing samples. Welcome back, guys. Okay, let's take a look at our basic sample first. Basic sample. This graph shows the results of a questionnaire answered by 250 participants. The questionnaire asked customers of AMC Restaurant to rate it out of 100 based on 3 factors: service quality, cleanliness, and food quality. On average, the participants rated service quality at 70, cleanliness at 30, and food quality at 80. The customers gave the restaurant an overall score of 4 stars out of 5. After seeing this graph, I thought about which of these factors matters most to me in a restaurant experience. What I care the most about is food quality. The service may be great, and the restaurant may be clean and beautiful, but if the food is bad, I won't return there. On the other hand, some of the best food I've eaten was from places that looked run down and dirty on the outside. Wonderful food is definitely what makes me want to return to a place the most. Okay, so we can see from our basic sample that the food at an establishment is the most important factor of a restaurant experience for this writer. And I completely agree. Who would want to eat at a restaurant with terrible food, right? It's a waste of money and calories too, if you guys are counting calories.
Yes.
But let's back up a bit and see how the writer described the graph, okay? The writer tells us that the questionnaire is based on the answers of 250 participants, okay? A participant is a person who participates or is involved in an activity or event. So it doesn't mean that there's only 250 people who came to this restaurant. It means that 250 people that dined at this restaurant took part in this questionnaire.
OK, participate 就是参加哦，这个动词它呢就好像这个 join 或是 take part。OK， 但是呢注意到我们 participate 后面要加上 in。OK，participate in our discussion， 比方说这个参加我们的讨论。那这边的名词呢 participant 就是参加者。OK， 好比说我们的这个问卷有250位的参加者哦，那注意到呢不是有250个来这个地方用餐哦，事实上应该是超过250个，只是有250个在这边用餐的人呢，他们有这个参与了这个问卷调查。
Okay, the writer also explains what the questionnaire addressed and also mentioned that the customers gave the restaurant an overall score of 4 stars out of 5. The word overall means as a whole or in general. So we can rate the restaurant on 3 categories, right? And the restaurant might have its strengths and weaknesses. But with all those things considered, right? Service quality, cleanliness, and food quality, what would you rate the restaurant as a whole? That would be the overall score.
Overall 呢，就是我们中文说的这个总的来说比较全面性的来看，比方说呢，我们的这间餐厅呢，其实它有的项目得分不是很好，但是呢，总的来说 overall it's a good restaurant， 这个整体来看，它还是一间不错的餐厅。
We also see the word run down, which means in very bad condition because of age or lack of care. Sometimes we call these types of restaurants a hole in the wall because it really just looks like a hole in the wall. It doesn't look like a restaurant. Okay, so a hole in the wall refers to restaurants or shops that are small and often unpleasant.
Okay, hole in the wall. 你现在想象一下，这个在墙壁上的一个洞哦，就是这种，比方说这种小小的杂货店啊，或者是小小的餐厅，看起来脏脏的。OK， 就表示呢，这个餐厅用餐环境并不是这么的理想。那在这边呢，我们看到这个形容词 run down 呢就可以表示这个品质下降。比方说呢，在都市里面 a run down section 这个比较破旧的区域，这个房子呢都是比较老旧、比较老的公寓等等。
Okay, so let's now take a look at our advanced sample, okay? Advanced sample. It occurred to the owners of AMC Restaurant to ask 250 patrons what they thought of the establishment. The graph depicts the results of the questionnaire. Overall, the restaurant gets a rating of 4 stars out of 5. It appears there's no problem with the food. It scored an average of 80. The service is also quite good, with a score of 70. When it comes to cleanliness, however, AMC Restaurant was rated at only 30. As for me, all the delectable food and courteous service in the world can't make up for a dirty restaurant. I'd be afraid to eat the food in case I got infected with something, and I wouldn't feel comfortable while dining. I recently went into a steak restaurant with my friends. The tables looked as though they hadn't been cleaned since the previous day. What's worse, I saw a cockroach hanging from a spider's web under one of the tables. It goes without saying that we chose to go somewhere much cleaner. Okay, so I think this writing sample, this advanced writing sample, is more aligned with my views on what is important in a restaurant experience, okay? The quality of food is obviously the most important factor, but I would say service and cleanliness is a close second, okay? So no matter how good the food is, it could have a Michelin star for all I care. I would not be able to enjoy my meal if the restaurant had poor service, like the people yelling at you, or was extremely dirty.
Yeah, extremely dirty is unacceptable, like the cockroach hanging under the table.
Yeah, it's from a spider's web too, so a spider managed to catch
terrible.
the cockroach.
Yeah, but I can deal with like not so clean situation. Yeah, if the food is really, really good, like we talked about before.
Yeah, so I guess if you can see there's a little bit of dust. They probably haven't mopped the floor in maybe a week. You would be okay with that,
that would
right?
be okay for me. Yeah, but like cockroaches, it's just too much.
Yeah, if it's on a spider web and it's hanging under one of the tables, that really means that the spider has had a chance to make this web, okay, and under the table, and nobody has looked under the table ever since. And also that the spider managed to get a cockroach. So it's a lot of time has passed since the last time they've done a thorough cleaning, it seems like. I think for me, if the environment is terrible, like let's say it's not very clean, but it's not like where you'll get sick. Maybe you'll just have the runs for maybe like one day, but the food is extremely good. I think I would choose to take out. I would take out the food and just not sit there and eat. I think that's what I would do.
Or just call like Food Panda or Uber Eats. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So you might be unfamiliar with the word patron, okay? It refers to a person who buys the goods or uses the service of a business. It means the same as customer, really.
Okay. Patron 这个字可以指这个，比方说你一个计划的出资者，那很常也用来表示这家店的常客。其实它跟 customer 一样，就是顾客的意思了。Okay, this restaurant have a special offer for its regular patrons. Okay, 给予这个老顾客呢，这家餐厅有给这个特别的优惠。
Yeah, okay. And then we also saw the word delectable, okay? It's a somewhat formal way to say delicious. It's food that is very pleasant to taste or smell.
Delectable 其实就是这个 delicious 或者是呢 tasty 很美味的哦 OK 它是一个比较正式的用法比方说你可以说delectable cheesecake OK 很美味的这个cheese 蛋糕
And if service is courteous, it means the staff is very polite in a way that shows respect, okay? Most restaurants, especially in Taiwan, I think, have courteous staff. And there are some that don't, too. Though the food at an establishment may be good, if the staff treats me poorly, I won't return.
No.
Yeah, would you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, if the staff yelled at me or like, yeah, go sit there. Like, I would get annoyed and yeah, I might not return again. Yeah, okay. Courteous 这个字意思就是彬彬有礼的 OK 它就好像另外一个字 polite 有礼貌或者是呢你也可以说这个 well-mannered OK 很有礼的
Yeah, I've been to restaurants where the business is really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think the bosses, they kind of feel like, you accept my attitude. Like, I'm not going to be super nice to you. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll bring you to your seat. They're not going to do that because they feel like if I treat you poorly, you'll still come back because I'm so famous. I'm so well-established. Yeah, and I've been to restaurants like that. And I feel like there are a few in Taiwan that kind of do that. Like where they're kind of just stuck up or like we were saying earlier, snobbish because they're like, I don't really need your service, right?
Yeah.
I'll survive without you. We're like one less customer, so yeah.
I mean, for me, like good service doesn't have to be like super polite.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it can overkill.
Yeah, there is. Like, there's a restaurant corporation in Taiwan. I'm not going to name the names, but they're well known for their service.
Yeah, it's simply too much.
Yeah, and I think if I remember, they kind of like bow every time they leave the table. So I think it's a bit too much.
You don't have to do that, but you don't have to be like snobbish.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, so to be honest, I actually find it really hard to pick between food quality, service, and cleanliness. As I believe all of them really go hand in hand in a dining experience, right? But I guess if I really had to rate them from the most important to the least, it would be food quality, cleanliness, and then service.
Okay.
So I can tolerate bad service if the restaurant's clean and food quality is good. What about you?
It would be like food quality and service
and
over cleanliness. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, service, like we said before, if it's too much or like really snobbish, it's just not acceptable.
That's true. So yeah, you guys can take a look at this. What do you guys think about these three factors in a restaurant? What do you guys think? Do you think food quality is important? Maybe you guys think cleanliness is the most important. Or maybe you think service is the most important. You guys can talk about amongst yourselves about that. Thank you guys for joining us today. That's all the time we have. This is Angeline.
This is Sam.
Goodbye.
Bye.